why breakups hurt, and how to turn the pain into power. Breakups can feel like emotional earthquakes. They shake the foundations of what once felt safe, familiar, and full of promise. Whether it ended abruptly or after months of slow unraveling, there's a real grief that comes with the loss of a relationship. But the pain of a breakup is rarely just about the person. It's about what they represented, the roles they played, the stories we told ourselves, the needs they met, and most importantly, what they reflected back to us about who we were and who we longed to be. Understanding the layers beneath the pain is what allows healing to begin. And within that process, we have the power to reshape ourselves and our lives in profound, beautiful ways. Every relationship is also a narrative. We build stories in our minds about what it means, what it will become, and who we are because of it. This is my person. We're building a future together. I'm finally safe. These stories create emotional scaffolding. They hold us up, give us something to lean on, but when the relationship ends, the story collapses. And that can feel more devastating than the actual person leaving. What hurts isn't just the end of the relationship, it's the end of the imagined future, the identity you built around being us, and the beliefs you held close. That's why healing means gently but consciously questioning these stories. Were they based in truth or in hope? Were they mutually held, or were you carrying the vision alone? Then comes the rewriting, not with bitterness or regret, but with compassion. The story isn't I was abandoned. It's I experienced love, I grew, and now I have the chance to choose differently. The story isn't I failed. It's that chapter taught me what I truly value, and I now know myself more deeply. One of the most disorienting parts of a breakup is suddenly feeling the absence of what your partner used to provide. Maybe they made you feel heard, desired, seen. Maybe they were your go-to for advice, comfort, or affection. When they're gone, those needs remain, but the person who used to meet them is no longer there. This can leave you feeling hollow, desperate, or even ashamed for needing anything at all. But unmet needs aren't signs of weakness. They're invitations to turn inward and ask, can I learn to meet these needs myself? Can I build a life where I am no longer dependent on someone else for emotional safety or validation? That might look like nurturing your inner voice so it becomes more kind and supportive, or creating routines and rituals that ground you when life feels chaotic, or surrounding yourself with a circle of care, friends, mentors, even professionals, who support you in a variety of ways. The truth is, when we learn to hold ourselves through the storm, we stop making love conditional on someone else showing up. And that's when our relationships can become healthier, based on choice, not dependence. Often the people we fall in love with reflect back something we yearn for in ourselves. Maybe they were bold while you were more hesitant. Maybe they brought out your playful side. Maybe they had a calmness you deeply admired. These attractions aren't accidental, they're mirrors. Signs pointing you toward the parts of yourself you've left dormant. Instead of thinking, I've lost that energy because they're gone, ask yourself, how can I now develop that energy within me? If you love their emotional intelligence, how can you cultivate more self-awareness and communication skills? If you loved their adventurous spirit, what risks can you take now that might reawaken your own aliveness? This shift is empowering. It reminds you that admiration doesn't have to end in longing. It can evolve into embodiment. The best way to honor what you loved in someone else is to integrate it, so your own life rises in quality, meaning, and vitality. In the aftermath of a breakup, our minds naturally zero in on what we've lost, the companionship, the routines, the little joys, the imagined future. And while grieving that is necessary and valid, we often overlook the full picture, including what didn't work. What if, alongside mourning the good, you gave yourself permission to name the hard parts? The arguments, the misalignments, the needs that went unmet, the parts of yourself you compromised too often. When you focus only on the good, you create a distorted memory, and that keeps you stuck. Healing requires an honest lens. It means acknowledging not just the love, but the lessons. By doing so, you begin to see that this ending might not be just a loss. It might be a liberation, a redirection, a space being cleared for something more aligned, both within and beyond yourself. Breakups change things. They disrupt routines, alter friendships, and force you into unfamiliar emotional terrain. But disruption isn't inherently bad. It's often the space where reinvention begins. This is the moment to ask, what parts of myself have I been neglecting? What areas of life can I now give energy to that I didn't have space for before? What dreams have I deferred that are now ready to rise? Breakups crack open your schedule, your identity, your habits. And inside that crack is possibility. Maybe it's a new creative project. Maybe it's deeper friendships. Maybe it's therapy, solo travel, a career change, or a spiritual journey. The point is, now there's room, and you get to choose how to fill it. If there's one gift hidden inside heartbreak, it's this: clarity. It shows you what you want, what you won't tolerate, what you truly need. It reveals your patterns. It teaches you what kind of love nourishes you, and what kind depletes you. Ask yourself, what didn't work in this relationship, and why? What parts of myself did I suppress or shrink? What strengths did I discover by going through this? What kind of partner do I want to be next time? And how can I start becoming that now? Let this breakup be more than an ending. Let it be a becoming. Because the truth is, you are not broken. You are in transition. And transitions are sacred. They are where we shed, where we redefine, where we decide who we want to be, and begin shaping that future one choice at a time. Breakups hurt because love matters, because connection matters. But endings don't have to diminish us. They can refine us. Let this be a turning point, not just a tearful chapter. Let it be the moment you began to come home to yourself, to meet your own depth, to rise into your own strength, and to rebuild your life, not as it was, but as it can be. You deserve that. And now, you're ready.